Don't know about this. Okay, happy Monday morning.
Good morning.
And we are back.
Yes.
Back again for Monday. And Erica, hello. You're our first person watching. So hello, Erica, and hello everyone else, and the other 8 people that are watching. We're glad you're here. Charmel is here. I see Teresa.
Good morning.
And Mary is here. I just saw Mary this weekend. Here's Teresa. Teresa's in today with Halloween cards. And if you like Tim Holtz, you like Halloween, you want to see some techniques, and you want to learn about what's going on next month, you need to be here this morning. So Charmel says good morning, and Diane just hopped on, and we've got Chris is here, and Pat's watching. So we're getting all our
regulars.
people, all our people. There's Barbara, and Natalie is here from Canada. So Natalie, welcome from Canada. And here's some of the product that Teresa's using today.
I wonder what the time difference is. I guess maybe it depends on where you're at in Canada.
I suppose it does, since it covers the entire width of the U.S.
Do they do daylight savings? I have no idea.
I don't know. We need to find out. We need to ask Natalie if they do daylight savings.
Yeah,
or
what
Linda.
time is it there?
Or Linda. She's here from Canada also.
Okay.
And Bev is here, and Dawn must have made it back, and I'm happy your team won yesterday, Dawn. And Chris is here from Iowa City, and we got Marilyn and Lisa, and we've got Linda here, and Joanne is here. A lot of our friends from the weekend. We had a big retreat this weekend, and we want to share some stuff about that. And Teresa made Halloween cards.
Yep, all Tim Holtz all
Tim
the time.
Holtz. Tim Holtz.
I love my Halloween stuff. I had so much fun. I was just playing, and then I said, hey, do you want me to show these cards? Because I had fun playing.
And I said, hey, yes, because I'm not ready for anything else this morning. So, Teresa, thank you. You gave me a whole evening last night to do some other things. Actually, I worked on my Merrymakers project, so I got that done last night.
Fun.
So I think about all the projects are done, and we'll be releasing that very soon.
Great.
So we'll be showing you all the projects. But today is Monday.
But
and
not today.
Oh, no, not today. Oh, and Natalie says, yes, they do daylight savings time.
They do? Okay.
They do.
Well, what time is it there? Tell us what time it is.
Tell us what time it is. It's 9:34 a.m. Central Time here in Ankeny, Iowa. And you are in Memory Bound Studio. I like to call it our studio.
Okay.
I know, we chuckle. Because sometimes people come in and they walk back here and like, oh my gosh, this is where the videos happen. And honestly, it's a table with some lights and a camera and a few little easels and display pieces.
Yep.
But I've been seeing, and this is, I don't know why this came to my mind, Teresa, but I've been getting a lot of the Lucy Show things on my Facebook page. I don't know why.
And now you're going to get more because you're talking about
I know, I should mention it. But they were showing the set from the Lucy Show.
Oh, yeah.
And it was really funny because they showed it from above, and it was just these like plywood walls. And one room was like the bedroom, and one was the living room and stuff like that. So, okay, Natalie says it's 10:34 a.m.
Okay, so they're an hour ahead.
Yep. And Sandy says your hair looks very pretty today.
Oh, thank you.
And Christina is going to be here for her first Merrymakers.
Yay.
We're going to tell you more about that later in the week. We got to look at our schedule this week.
Yeah.
Barbara's not watching from home. She's watching from Florida.
Oh.
She's a little
Hope you're
concerned
safe.
about the route to take after the hurricane.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Our hearts and prayers go out to all those people with the hurricane. Because we can't imagine. We get tornadoes here in Iowa, but once
Not the same.
they come through and they're done,
Yeah.
and they don't keep with the rain and everything, so it's hard to imagine. Okay, well, first of all,
Do you want me to take the camera?
yeah, take the camera for a minute. Let's see. First of all, we're in a tight space right now because we're got not a lot of room right now. But I've got my shirt on. I wore it especially today because this past weekend was our Camp Memory Bound retreat out at the Marriott here in Ankeny. We had 131 crafters that joined us for the whole weekend, and it was wonderful. And I want to say thank you to all of you that were here crafting with us. A lot of you are watching because I recognize your names. And then thank you to Kim and Jennifer and Tammy and Kendra, our staff members that spent their weekend Friday through Sunday out at the Marriott to be with all of you. And thank you to all of our staff back here at the store who kept things rolling and got things ready and helped customers. And now we're kind of in the cleanup mode today. But thank you, everybody. It was a great weekend, and it was perfect. I will post a couple pictures because the gals had the most wonderful photo op. Did you see it, Teresa?
Yes, it was hysterical.
we had a tent and a campfire and some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, a huge thank you to everyone. And then one of our campers, Crafty Kathy, had an idea because tomorrow, believe it or not, is our 23rd anniversary.
I know.
Oh my gosh, 23 years. I wish I looked as young as I did back then, Teresa. But anyway, Crafty Kathy.
Still looking good.
Thank you. Her idea was to ask people how you met, met Memory Bound. Mm-hmm. So how you found Memory Bound, when did you first start coming here, if you have good Memory Bound stories. And there's a post right before this one on Facebook, and you can go out there and put it in there, and we'll share them all tomorrow. You can send us an email or a message, and we'll read them all off tomorrow, and I think that'll be just kind of fun to look back at the last 23 years. And I was also asked to talk about product that we've had. So Teresa, we're going to have to brainstorm today on some of the product we've had over 23 years.
Gosh.
It has changed a lot.
Yeah.
So, but speaking of product, and then not speaking of product, forget that for a minute, but we got these really cool little tablets, and we gave these to all of our campers over the weekend, and we're going to be putting them in your packages, or you can pick them up when you're here at Memory Bound. They're just cute little, and they got the Camp Memory Bound. Like they match my shirt.
Yep.
But speaking of product, we have some new things to show you, and then we're going to get on to Teresa's cards. So Teresa, do you want me to take the camera, or do you want to come around and we'll show?
People are commenting they had the best time.
Oh,
at the crop.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
I always say, Teresa, it's the people that make the party.
It is.
Let's start with creative expression.
With Christmas?
Yeah, we're going to start with Christmas, then we'll go to fall.
Okay.
This is new from Creative Expressions, and Diane brought this in for us.
Okay, we'll start with the dies, and this die is called, all right, I have to see where
Yuletide
they put.
Welcome. It's right. I
Where
see
do
it right
you
on
see
the front, right there.
Oh, at the bottom, Yuletide Welcome. And it's a door, and there's a
little tin soldier
and a sleigh, yep. And things you would put by your front door. It's $21.99. I'll turn it around so you can see kind of the size. Perfect really on an A2.
Yeah, on your card front it'd be really nice.
Very nice. And then here's one called Winter Wonderland. You could build a little scene with a house and trees and a little carriage. So cute. Oh, there's a little baby deer. It's so cute.
Yeah,
$24.99.
Look trees.
Look at how little the baby one is. That's so cute. All right, then we've got, this one is Cozy Fireside Christmas. These, you can build scenes. I like these.
Yeah, I think you could. Look at all those little bows.
So this one has the fireplace
it's got the
and
three
the tree
presents.
and the wreath. Yep. You could build all kinds of, you need that wreath with the door. They didn't give you a wreath on the door.
You got to get both.
You got to get both of them.
You could probably put the wreath on your mantle. It even has a little clock. Let's see the back of that one. Oh. Sometimes I think it's just nice to see the actual dies.
Kind of the size.
And I like that they have those holes so you could poke them through and get them out.
And then this one is called Moonlight Sleigh Cover Plate. And so a cover plate, it's connected, the whole thing, so you can just plop it right down on the front of an A2. It's $23.49. So you just have to make your inky background, and then you stick it down right on top, and it's cool. Easy card.
I was thinking your smooshy background, or use that Tim Holtz moon.
Oh, you could use the moon stencil. I'm going to show that today. There's three sizes.
It looks like it would fit right in there.
Yeah, there's 3 sizes. The big one would probably work. That'd be cool. Okay, one more die from them. This is the Snowflake Floating Frame.
Oh, that's big.
For $39.99, and it is big. I don't know if it says the size. It says 16 by 13.
Probably not in inches.
Oh, well then it says, that's centimeters, yeah. 6 by 5. That's the inches. So it looks bigger than that. But maybe
it's bigger than 6 inches.
That's what it says.
Well,
yeah.
Because, my dad taught me something, Teresa.
What? Oh, between your elbow and your...
No, he taught me that if you ever don't have a tape measure, a dollar bill is 6 inches.
Oh.
I don't know if they still
Really?
are, but yes.
All
And
right,
that's
I'm
bigger
gonna have
than
to measure
that's
one.
bigger than a dollar bill.
Yeah.
Let's
is.
ring the bell and have somebody bring us a dollar and a ruler. Oh, I don't know if we have the bell. Chris is all over it.
Okay. So we've got some stamps from Woodware Craft. And this one is called Winter Sampler. Oh, it's kind of like a quilt.
It is, and it's the whole front of your project.
Yep.
Or you could cut it apart in pieces.
And it's $9.29. That would be really cute.
It'd be cute for coloring.
You could fussy cut those images out easy.
Chris is here with a dollar bill and a ruler. Thank you, Chris. Okay,
All right,
Dad was right.
Well, it's just a titch. Maybe an 8.
Well, the ruler doesn't really start.
I moved it over.
Oh, you moved it over. So it's approximately 6
Okay, we'll
inches.
say 6 inches.
You know, if you're in a pinch. You're in a pinch.
Okay.
Is that actual size? So that's probably about 7 inches. It is actual size. Or we could use the ruler to measure it, Teresa.
Yeah.
Or the dollar bill or the ruler.
It's more like 6
Almost
3/4,
7.
yeah.
6 3/4.
By 5 1/2, we'll say.
It'd be a great
close.
background on a canvas or something that you're working
That's
on.
big.
I don't want to forget.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
All right.
And the woodware stamps are so nicely affordable.
They are. This one's $5.99, and it's called Tree Wishes.
And it
got
has
some
your
words on
Marion
it.
Bright, Noel, and your 25. And so it's not just an image.
Some nice words on the tree. That's cute. It's a different shape for the scallopy tree. I like it.
The scallopy tree.
This one's called Christmas Porches. Patches. I'm like, what is that?
What, Teresa?
Patches.
You
Christmas
need
patches.
to get some glasses.
Well, I guess those are patches.
They're kind of like, they're like kind of like blotches or watercolor blotches.
$9.29. I would have named it something different.
So it'd be good in the front of your card or on the inside.
The love one is kind of in a heart. The smoosh behind it, with the snowflakes around the edges are kind of cool.
Yeah,
Can you see those?
I'd like to see that
Yeah,
stamped.
that'd be cool to
Wouldn't you
see
like
stamped.
To see it stamped?
I would. All right, this one is called Christmas Borders. Diane bought this one, and guess what she bought it for? These words, right? I guess I'm going to turn it this way. She bought it for the words. I'm like, are you buying that just for the words? And she said yes.
I bet she'll use some others, though.
Yeah. But I know she's going to use that. You'll probably see
This
that
is a
in
good
her
one, too. I like how it's in a long, skinny package.
Christmas celebration. So it has all sorts of different fonts and sentiments.
And it's got like this word piece that's actually vertical.
Yeah. I was just looking at that. That's interesting. Most of the time they're horizontal. So, and that one is $9.29. I don't know if I said that. So,
cool.
All right.
So
those
that's
are the
woodware.
Yep.
And then we have, we have this. I forgot to pull out.
One creative expression stamp left. This came in on Friday, and there's only one left.
And
it's
we have
cute.
more coming, and Penny's going to be coloring this because we thought it was so darn cute. It's called Saint Nick.
$20.99. The Santa is just look at the stamp.
They're
I
big.
mean, they are big. These aren't the real sizes. Look at that mustache. It's so much fun.
Well, and
him in
just
the little
wait because
car.
Penny is going to be coloring that, and we have more coming. So
Yeah,
we have
really
one left
cute.
right now. We'll have more by the end of the week.
Really cute. All right, now the Elizabeth Craft.
This is the Autumn Harvest collection that just got released today.
This one's Autumn Fancy Frame. And this does not, are these not
These
priced?
aren't priced because we just brought the box
Sorry,
out.
guys,
But
these
Janet
aren't
can
priced.
make them for us.
So look at this. That is an amazing frame.
It's very ornate.
Yeah, you could, so this middle piece you don't have to use if you don't want to, or you could use it separately. That's kind of cool.
There's three
So,
pieces.
Yeah, so it could layer.
Isn't there
And then
three
you have your
pieces?
background. Yeah, because this
Oh, no.
piece,
There's
there's three.
Oh, there is three.
This piece right here, and then this brown piece or light tan, the background, and then the ornate piece on top. So you could use individually or separately or all
They've
together?
been doing a lot of very ornate things like that, and there's a couple other ornate pieces like that. And these are from the designer Angelica Turner. So we're starting to see more from her.
Here's another one. This is called Autumn Fancy Corners. So each piece has two, the fancy corner and then the layer behind it. So you can mat it if you want to.
And we were talking this one, Teresa, you could put one here and then flip it and put one below it and then put your message or your photo between it. What can we see the back of
It
that?
kind of looks like a pumpkin, half a pumpkin.
It does.
The top of a pumpkin is what it makes me think of.
They're very pretty.
And then here's another one. This one's Autumn Fancy Borders. I'll turn it that way so you can see. These are actual pumpkins.
They kind of do look like,
yeah.
They
I
are
mean,
pumpkins.
don't you
could
think
put
that's
little,
a pumpkin?
Yes, I do.
Maybe not. And then this kind of lacy piece. So again, you've
And they're
got
big.
the interesting thing is the background is split in two.
What do you mean?
That's interesting. Well, look at the background piece.
Oh, yes, it is.
So you could put it together or you could leave it separate and just have half of it, like on a border. Interesting. Be creative with that one. This one's called Autumn Pumpkins. And they're just showing the pieces separate, but you can layer those too. And then there's a nice little leaf.
Yeah, they're a unique
stems.
shape. They're just kind of a unique
This
shape.
one looks like a gourd to me, but they're calling it pumpkins, so we'll go with
It
it.
could be a gourd. It could be a gourd if you want it to be a gourd.
All right, and then the last one is called Autumn Foliage. This is a nice set if you don't have any fall foliage, or you could use it year-round.
Kind of like little hearts on the ends.
Those are nice size for a card.
They are a little bit bigger than what you see for a lot of the foliage.
And then there's a stamp, Elizabeth Craft stamp. It's stuck together here. This one's called Autumn Greetings, and it also has a little couple leaves and a gourd or a pumpkin, whatever.
I like the little leafy border.
Yeah, these are nice.
You get a lot of different sentiments on there.
You do. Autumn Greetings. All right. Are we showing this paper,
Yeah,
the
we are.
Autumn Harvest?
This is another piece of the release.
All right.
So here's kind of an overview, which is nice. It's very fallish.
I like this.
And then this is the paper.
They always do this.
Oh, yeah.
Your bonus piece. It's a nice plaid, isn't it?
When you're dressed for
Right
it,
on the
Teresa.
back, yeah.
You're looking good.
All right.
You
This
get two of
piece.
each?
Yep. Nope, that's different.
I don't think we get two of
Wait.
each.
No, I guess you don't.
Well, what they do is they are putting different things on the back, so you probably just need to show each piece.
Yes. Okay, they're confusing me. All right,
Yeah.
these both have birds on them. How about that?
Can you step back just a little bit? We're in a real tight quarters here, but okay, now I'll be able to see
All
both
right.
of them.
So these have birds.
And it's just a really pretty colors for
These
fall.
are nice solids on the back. And then this one has a flower border. And a flower border. I'm just going to show them together.
That's good. We can fill the screen up.
And then
And there's your solids.
solids on the back. Those are nice. You could do it like this. Do it like this. Lots of ways
can do
to
it
use
any
this
way you
paper.
want.
Yeah. All right. This is a pattern with flowers and pumpkins.
So let me zoom in. This is an overall pattern. And that paper pack is
Nice.
$13.99. Janet just linked it.
Okay.
That really goes well with your top.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, you have a really cute top on.
Thank you.
I think the plaid is very popular, and it's nice to see it on 3 papers.
Yeah, I see it on 3 so far. A nice solid background. Well, here's the bird again. These are the same birds
maybe
we
you do
saw
get 2
before.
of each.
I think you do. Because this
They
is
just
the
weren't in
flower.
order. Okay, what does your bird have on the back? This bird. You can tell we just opened it. Okay,
It's
see?
different.
What they do is they mix
Yeah.
up the fronts and backs.
All right, so I got to show all these. So this,
Yeah, you got to work a little harder, Teresa.
okay. Well, this is, oh, look at, this is the same one, but it doesn't have the bird. Isn't it?
Yeah.
And then they've got solids on the back. Did I
So
show
this
this
is the
one?
autumn
This is the
harvest.
border. I think I showed this one.
I don't think so.
I showed, oh, well, this is the same pattern. And this one has
But
green
it has
on the
different
back.
on the back. I don't. That's what Elizabeth Craft does.
They just wanted to confuse me royally. Okay. And then a plaid. And then another solid pattern.
So we've been totally confused by this new paper pack.
But it's very
From Elizabeth
pretty for
Crafts,
fall.
designed by Angelica Turner. They've got several really good designers,
Yeah.
but you can see how beautiful it is.
I like the white pumpkins on there.
Gotta love it.
All
All right, so that was the new release, Elizabeth Craft. It just came out today. We've got the stamps, the dies, the paper pack. We showed you
Autumn
the Christmas
harvest.
things that came in Friday. And you guys, there's a lot of other new product, but we'll try to get to it. I think what we're going to do is see what Teresa made for us.
Okay.
Teresa has been working on Halloween.
Oh, I love it.
And just an update, because you're using a lot of the Tim Holtz Halloween stamps.
Yes.
The Christmas stamps, we ordered them a week ago, and we have not received a shipping notice yet. I think I just think they get so buried with orders, and they are all made in the USA by Stampers Anonymous.
Yeah, that's nice.
So I think they just get behind.
I can't wait for
Excuse
them
me.
to come. But I'm happy with Halloween right now.
I know. We have
It's
to
so
like
hard.
enjoy today.
Yes, I know. And Tim's having his Craftapalooza, what does he call it? Something Palooza?
Craftapalooza or something
I don't know,
coming
on
up.
Saturday, yeah.
Does it start this Saturday?
Yeah, it's for Halloween this week, and then next week is Christmas. Hopefully we'll have the stamps and stuff. Well, we
I
have
hope so.
his ephemera and stuff, but
We have everything but his stamps.
yeah.
But we have a lot of his Halloween, so you don't worry
Yes.
that us being out of things.
Yes, I think we have everything that I used today.
Yay, Teresa!
I know.
It's a miracle.
Shocking, I know. So if you watched his video on the Halloween ephemera, I think.
It was on Saturday.
Or
That was this last Saturday, wasn't it? The
no,
Halloween.
it was Christmas
Oh,
stamps.
jeez.
Yesterday,
sorry, I'm behind.
Saturday, yeah. So this card, I actually lifted
cute.
the idea from Susie Hines, one of his makers. I wrote it on the back so I would remember her name.
Give her some credit.
Yes. So the first stamp set that I'm going to show is this Boo Crazy. And this is so much fun. You get the big bonus that didn't fit on the thing for $29.99. So it's nice to get a little fun little bonus. And this spider web is awesome. And I didn't
Did
use
you use it? You didn't.
I've used it on other cards that I've made and
Yeah.
shown. But maybe I can stamp it today. So what Susie Hines did with hers is she took the big ghost and she cut it, and then she took the layers and paper dolls, and she just used her craft knife and cut it and then stuck a paper doll under there. And I just thought it was
gosh, to
hysterical.
give him some legs?
Yes, to give him legs. And so I had to copy her. And the rest of the card is different, but that part I'm like, oh, I have to do that. And the other thing I did is I scrunched up.
You
I
just
just
crumpled
took
him
my,
up.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was so white and flat, and I was like, it just didn't look grungy enough.
Yeah.
And so I just crumpled my ghost in my hand, and then I just took some black ink and went over it so that he looked a little spookier.
So did you wet your paper at all, or you just crumpled it
No,
dry?
I just crumpled it.
Well,
I got
it
so
did-
excited. I had the idea. I'm just like, "Erp," and I smushed him right up.
Well,
yeah.
it did make it more dimensional
Yeah.
for this project, so I like that.
Yep.
So that was the Boo Crazy stamp set, and then those legs are a paper doll
Yeah.
from out of the layers and paper dolls for Halloween.
And
this
there's
year.
other paper dolls you could use as well.
Yeah, then nobody knows if it's a Halloween or Christmas or whatever paper doll.
Yeah. And then this paper here, I am just loving the large collage strips. He came out with a regular, just normal everyday set, and then he came out, and they were smaller, and then he came out with a bigger one, and now he's doing the big ones, and there's a Halloween one and a Christmas one. So they're fun because it makes an easy
It does.
card. You just find
you
one
can
that
cut
you
them
like.
up. You've die cut out of these. You've
Yep.
done all kinds of things. And these are $5.99,
Oh, yeah.
and you get 24 pieces. So it's a pretty good deal too.
And
of course you sew yours.
This one, yes, and this one said, I thought I had to use it because it said footsteps behind me, and I was like, oh, that's kind of creepy, that thing. Yeah, you can cut these apart or do whatever you want. So I sewed on it, and I left my strings. I like that. And then I did use a little bit of the spritz on this one. It's the spiced marmalade. Because, again, it was just looking too plain behind him. And I'm like, I got to spritz. I'm going to spritz everything probably.
You are the spritzer.
So that was a fun card. I was very excited to lift the idea of using the paper dolls behind. And the paper doll sets are really fun because he combined the paper dolls. Because before, I wasn't much into the paper dolls. And you had to buy a whole package.
Right.
And now he combines it with layers. And so you get a bunch of fun things, other fun things. And I used some pieces on other things. So there's some frames and different things in there that are pretty cool.
I think that's good too, because you don't have to buy 2 packs. You
Yeah.
can buy 1 pack and it takes care of you.
And that's $9.99. So yeah, that was
That's
a fun
really
card.
cute. Everyone, you got a lot of hearts on that
Yeah.
one, Teresa.
Well, I have to give credit to Susie because that was her idea, but so cute.
But you ran with it.
Yes.
And now you shared it with us.
All right. So then the other, the thing that I do love about the Boo Crazy is that the wobbles.
Oh, it's perfect for wobbles.
Yes. And we have wobbles. We have small ones. I used a small one on this one, but I've made a card with the big one, and you need a big wobble. So it's perfect because we have the combo pack, and those are $9.49. Or you can buy big
and you get
or
10,
small.
you get 5 of each. You
Yeah.
get 5 big and 5 small. Or like you said, we do have them both.
We do have the large and the small.
And they're
but
calling them wobblers.
wobblers.
Yeah. So Pink and Maine calls them wobblers.
So maybe
Other
it's,
companies call them wobbles. So
it's
the
trademarked
wob.
maybe.
If
I
you
don't
get
know.
the wob in there, you
Yeah.
got it taken care of.
Yeah,
They're
and
just
so
fun.
I told you that I was going to show
I'll
the
keep
mask.
wobbling it while you're
Yes.
busy.
So I
Oh,
did
yeah,
use
you
the
did use the mask.
Tim Holtz moon mask, and that's $7.99, and it comes in 3 sizes. I think I used the medium. Yeah, the medium size. So you start by just putting the solid piece down, and I sprayed it with the Twisted Citron. I just thought it was
funny.
fun. I don't know why I
Well,
used green.
It's funny because it doesn't, when you turn it away, it looks green. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it looks sort of tan. So it depends on how the
Yeah,
light
how the
catches
light
it.
hits it. But it's green. It's Twisted Citron. And you could use, there's a couple blues. I don't know
Right,
why.
you could use a lot of colors.
Blue for the night sky. I don't know. I just wanted to use my Twisted Citron.
And that's a good color.
And then you put the other moon mask on, and I sprayed it again to get the little splotchy part on there.
The craters.
Yes, a very good craters. And a ghost hug is from which I think is very cute. And then the thing about the Boo Crazies, remember, is that the crazy things. Janine, can you grab the crate? Do we have one? A crazy thing? The hats and stuff, so we can show. He called it Boo Crazy because it's like the crazy things. We've talked about that before. And that the hats and stuff will go on. And I should have made something to show that, but I just haven't done it yet.
Didn't think about
One
it,
of
probably.
Tim's makers put Easter Bunny ears on the ghost, and it was so
I did see
cute.
that. There's been a lot
Yeah.
done with this stamp set.
Yeah.
It's just really
So if you have the crazy things,
and
it's
I
really
like
a good idea.
I like the words. I like the font.
Yeah, they're fun.
And the phrases.
I love Boo. I like that too.
And Teresa,
Hey,
I
Boo.
think when they showed this, they said if you weed the stamp, like take out all that extra rubber, then you have room to stick the little ghost on your backing. Thanks, Janine.
Very good. Maybe I need to do that because I'm really
don't
afraid
wanna
I'm going to
lose
lose him. Yeah. Yeah, so here's the crazy things, and that's $29.99. And I use this stamp throughout the year because sometimes you just need, I've used these hearts, the ties on the ghost is hysterical. I've seen that.
There's the bunny ears.
The hat, the bunny ears. I've used those before, and all the little accessories, the broom and the candy cane.
Those are good with like you said, the crazy birds, crazy dogs, crazy cats, the What's our farm one that we like? Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, yeah, you can use it with that.
You can use them on some of those.
Yeah.
But what is it? I can't think of it.
It's farm something, isn't it?
I don't know. It's the one with the animals.
Yeah. Well,
so it works well on those too.
So
not all of them do, but a lot of them do.
And I say everyone should get this set all the time.
Yes.
But now
Teresa recommends it.
Really think you need to get it. Okay. What else? What do I want to show? So another stamp set that came out, his new one, is called Halloween Whatnots. And this one also, he came out with a Christmas one that's coming.
Yep.
Like the same artist did the artwork for it, and they'll have different images, Christmassy things. But I just thought it was super cute, and you can even make it a little bit grungy. And this one's $24.99. Really cute sentiments. And so I stamped it in black on orange, and then I saw the little skeleton head, and I was like, oh yeah.
That sticker book.
The sticker book I'm having so much fun with. They have, we have the faces. I've made the words.
The
I've used
faces.
those. Where's it? There. You've got the hat. I put the skeleton. Little guy in the hat. You could have done a witch hat, and then the masks are fun. They fit on your paper dolls perfectly.
Who can tell that Teresa loves Halloween?
I like
Teresa,
it.
Two people told us, Donna and Karen, Funny Farm.
Oh, Funny Farm.
And Elaine said Funny Farm.
I knew there was something about farm animals.
And I knew somebody would come up with it. I was just drawing a blank.
Thank you.
This is the sparkle paper.
Yes. It's called Craft Stock. And it's
this is the Halloween sparkle plaid, and you get 20 sheets, and they're 6 by 9.
So you can sand it, and it's craft when you sand it, and it's not it's smooth because it's like sprayed on. So it's not like glitter. It's like shimmer.
More shimmer.
Yes. And I love it. And there's a Christmas set too.
Have you ever sprayed it with the spritz?
Oh, I haven't.
Alcohol ink or something? Because I bet it would.
Yeah, because
I bet it would work.
Yeah. And then the frame. Remember, I was talking about the fun things that come in the layers and paper dolls. The frame came from that, so you do get some fun frames, and it just fit perfectly in there. And I was like, ooh, that's for a win.
Okay, so that says Something Wicked, which is right here, and you just put your
I put my
skull
little
head and hat right over the top of that little skull there.
Yep, I thought that was kind of fun.
These would be cute on little tags or little treat bags. If you make little treat bags for kids or teachers or somebody, I think that would be a really good set.
I'll show this one because I did. I stamped it on. This card is so simple, and I made it a square card because I don't know why. I just wanted to.
No, you're not a square card person.
The brush strokes is another one that we use all the time to stamp and then stamp on top of it. And so I was thinking about a pumpkin. This one had Happy Halloween from that set. And so I used the brush strokes and I just stamped it, and then I just did a little stitching. But you could probably find a leaf that you could stamp on there to make it easy. What a cute little, easy, simple card that I was like, I just love that.
And
Happy
that
Halloween.
fits in it perfect.
I know, it did. It was like, you could do the small one, but I think the big one is, the small one, it would be a little bit tight.
It might stamp outside of it a little bit, but.
Yeah, but I just thought, easy, simple, done. I can make a lot of those.
Well, Teresa, you're making me think more about this because you could take those and, so I'm sorry, this is very much a squirrel moment.
Yeah.
But you could take your ghost maybe and stamp your
stamp
Boo Crazy, and I think maybe you could fit Boo to You inside
that would
of
be
it.
super cute.
And that would be cute too.
Yeah.
But I love how you made that into a pumpkin.
Yeah.
None of us have done that before.
I know. I was like, oh, I thought of something fun.
That's something new.
Yeah, a different way to use brush strokes. We've got lots of ways to use this.
Yeah, it's a good basic.
It is. All right.
It's even good on scrapbook layouts if you want to do your journaling. You stamp it in a light color and then do your journaling over the top.
Yeah, sometimes that's the hard part for me is picking what color to stamp with the brush strokes because I know I have to stamp on top of it. And what you want to do is you want to use, if you're using your distress inks, then you want to use your archival ink on top of it.
That's a good tip.
So it doesn't fade into it. So it sits on top and looks dark. Or you could heat emboss it if you wanted to, and that would be cute too.
And if you got your the Christmas, what's that called again? Whatnots, you could use that circle from the brush strokes to make an ornament.
Oh,
you could have an ornament and put a message
cute.
in and put a little hook
really
on the
cute.
top.
All right, we're going to have to do that.
Or why can't we
Remember
make a
that,
snowman?
Kelly.
This has nothing to do with whatnots, but take the
yeah.
2 circles. We need to do that and make a snowman,
Yeah,
Teresa.
you might need a slimline card for that.
Yeah.
But that would be bigger than
We'll
your
have to
4.
try it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rita says she thinks she needs a place to order. That's pretty easy because you can go to memorybound.com and go to our calendar. And did Doug link your products today?
Yes.
So what Teresa's showing us is right on our calendar.
Yep.
And Marilyn's asking how to find the moon masks. And Janet can link those for you too. I think probably you type in moon.
Yeah. It's
Although
called moon mask.
Is it called moon mask?
Yeah, we always want to call it stencil, but it's not a stencil. It's a mask.
So you could probably type in moon mask.
Yeah,
And
it should
Janet
come up.
Janet can help us too. We're so lucky we got her. All right, this is a crazy lady.
All right, this is a super crazy lady. So I started again with the craft stock Halloween. And
Sparkle plaid.
Yes. I hope that this will be around next year too. I don't know. He didn't put a date on it. He's starting to put the year on some of his stuff.
So you're being sneaky.
And so I'm like, well, there's no year, so maybe it'll come back next year because it's so much fun.
Or get an extra pack if you're worried.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm like. Oh. I'm not going to hoard it though. I'm using this because I like it so much. So here I did distress the edges and inked them up a little bit on this one, because it was just kind of crazy. Then I used, this one I used the ephemera pack, 2024.
So that's this back
Yes.
black piece and the butterfly.
And the butterfly and this little piece down here. And then the sentiments,
What
of
are
course,
the sentiments
the
from?
lady's face is from the sticker book, because she's right on the front.
She's on the cover.
Yeah, so I couldn't resist using her. Let's see, what was I going to... Oh, so this one is an older one. It's called Tiny Text Halloween. And usually I just
about that.
use it as a background stamp. This has been around for a couple years because it's number 409. And guess what, Kelly?
What
On
number
the
are we on now?
His Christmas stamp, the last one he released, number 500.
Oh.
I can't believe he's up to 500. I know.
And I don't think they discontinue any.
No. So this is 409. So it's a couple years ago that they came out with this. So I just stamped those and trimmed them into strips and inked those up. And I tried to find, she was spellbound.
Yeah,
her eyes
those are
were
perfect.
dark. She's a curious woman, which definitely curious
So
woman.
is this ephemera here? This little white
This
piece?
is ephemera, but the brown one is from his other release. This Halloween, it's called Curator.
Oh,
and
I never have counted all the stamps on there.
Yeah, it's $4.93. I know. Oh, and they said Mario was gonna. Somebody said 500 sets, but how many stamps?
Oh,
total.
Was Mario going to count them?
They said Mario was going to count. I don't know
my
if that's
gosh.
true or not, but that's a lot of stamps. There's a lot of stamps on here.
This piece here, I'm going to pull it up.
It's a little teeny piece, yeah.
That little piece that says Paris at the bottom. Teresa just stamped that and made it into a piece of ephemera.
Yeah. And so I don't know why he released this at Halloween. He had to release it sometime, but I think it could be released anytime, because I don't know if the real Halloween themes.
I think you could put it on potion bottles.
This one says photo for something 1912. Yeah, you could do it for potion or whatever, and it's really cool. I'm going to show you a card that I used and how I used it, but
I think
it's just kind of fun to...
I think there's about 60 stamps on there.
You can cut them apart, or you can use it as a background, which is pretty cool. So this is a fun set too.
And
so if you don't have the ephemera, you can use this and make your own ephemera.
You can make your own.
Definitely.
And it's good for the little bottles.
Yes.
Let's see. I wanted to share what Elena said. Here's her motto is use one - hoard one. So get two,
the
use
paper
one,
packs.
save one.
Yes.
Diane loves the verbiage that you put on your card.
Yeah.
And
kinda
Lisa says
creepy.
we should have a contest to guess the number of stamps. I
know.
tried to quickly count them, and I thought there was 50 or 60.
And then I had to put this little butterfly, which I was just like, because you just dump this out, and then I'm like, oh, there's a butterfly, and then
that doesn't seem like a
I'm
Tim
putting that
thing.
on there.
And there's a question about Wheel of Color.
Yes, it was supposed to be brown today, and then I wasn't scheduled
Then
to work
she wasn't
today,
supposed to be here today, so we canceled it.
And now I'm working, and yes.
So if you saw the calendar before this morning, Teresa was scheduled, but she wasn't scheduled.
Yes.
So I guess I made a mistake and didn't schedule her on the day of her demo.
Yeah.
So she wasn't working today, and then she ended up working today. So that's why we're doing Halloween cards.
And I've been making Halloween, and I wasn't making brown. I thought Halloween would be more fun. But I might do both colors next month.
All right, that would be great. We'll take it.
Okay.
Whatever you do, we'll take, Teresa. We love what you do.
Then,
Ooh, are we doing our
I
drink
should
one?
have showed this one when I was showing back to the Halloween whatnot.
We missed it.
I
We missed
used
the
it
whatnot.
again. And this one was funny, pick your poison. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of a, when do you say that at Halloween? I don't know. I guess it's a Halloween thing to say.
I think it's kind of a Halloween or a drink thing.
Yeah, I thought it was a drink thing. It immediately made me think of drinks.
You could also
people
cut,
say that.
if you didn't want it for Halloween, you could just not stamp the skull, and you could still have, like, say if you're having friends over for drinks or something.
It has bones on it, but,
Oh, it does. Yeah, you're right. It does. Oh, well.
So, I have the big set. We don't have the big set of the minis right now, but we have the wine and the mixed drinks, which is what I use.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I
You don't
guess
have the beer. Oh,
I don't have the beer
You have
bottles.
one beer on there.
Yeah, I did have the beer bottle and the beer mug.
What are those called? Those mini...
Steins? Oh, no, these? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, the stamps. I'm okay with the beer stein.
Kling's wine and
Is it
cocktails.
called Mini Blueprint, or it's just called Wine and Cocktails?
It just says wine and cocktails. It
Okay.
doesn't say mini blueprint, but that's what they are. There is a set.
There's big sets. These came out, would you say maybe 4 years ago?
336.
But Teresa and I, we love these.
They're fun. So this is the big set. We can order it if you want all of them. It's CMS 336. This one's called Mini Blueprints 10.
Okay.
So they didn't really name it.
So then when they separate them, they must just call them by the names.
So I stamped the background with oxide inks, and I then just spritzed it with water, and then just let it dry. And because I just wanted
cool.
kind of a fuzzy background, and then I stamped the sentiment on vellum. And then how I put it down is I really put glue behind the bow, but you know what? This little piece was driving me crazy, and so I put a little glue there, and it must have got under the there.
Okay,
See, it's
so
just
you glued
attached.
your little twine
It's
down.
just attached with. I punched a hole and tied it on there, and then I put my glue, so it's just holding on with that little piece right there.
So Teresa, what kind of ink did you use on the vellum?
Yeah,
Is that archival?
I used Stays-On ink.
Oh,
and we do
Stays-On.
have the black Stays-On ink. It comes
Okay.
in some other colors, but black is, Stays-On ink is for slick surfaces. And so, I thought that was kind of funny. Just for something different. Because I was going to just put it on white paper, and then I'm like, no, I went to all the trouble to stamp all that stuff behind.
like it.
I
was
want
a
to
good
see all the
idea.
colors, and I don't want to hide any of it. And so it was kind of a fun little card
It's
to
fun
make.
to hear about your methods and how you decide to do things.
Oh, and I did splatter it with colored pencil. I splattered a lot of things with the black colored pencil because it's Halloween.
Jan says she thought this was a great card to hand friends when you meet them for lunch.
Oh, yeah. So, all right. then this is the last card I made. And this one has the curator as the background. And actually, Jen Shirkus, who I've taken watercolor classes with, had a card that she showed, or had a card that Tim showed, actually. And her background was watercolor. And so I'm like, of course, Jen used the watercolor pencils. And that is what I did to replicate her background. And then we have the some other good Halloween stamps, the Bold Frights. Yeah, and we've got a couple of these. And these are a couple years, 438. These must be from last year.
They might be.
438, yeah. And so these are real easy just to stamp, and then it takes over the whole card. You don't have to, it's all you need is a background and a stamp.
That is
I
nice.
could have left the 31 off. I've got the paint by numbers, these huge numbers that you can use for anything. Christmas, Halloween, Valentine's, birthdays, graduation.
14 or 25,
yeah,
31.
They're just great, and they're grungy. And when I stamped them plain, because the 13 was so grungy, the 3, I couldn't really see it, so I heat embossed it with a black ink, and stamped 31 Trick or Treat on there.
And there's a nice comment here from Mary that she's not really the spooky Halloween type, and she was in our store this weekend, so she got to see all the other things that aren't spooky, like this little card isn't really spooky. And you could do I've done non-spooky with this stamp set you just showed.
Oh, yeah. That one's an easy one to stamp.
You just put, I'm here for the candy. I think that's the one I use because usually that's what I am here for. And all the other product we have. So we have a little bit of everything. And then we have a question about the big stamp set of glasses that can be ordered. Oh, the mini cocktails and stuff. So if you'd like that one, you can give us a call or
give
send
us
us
a call.
An email and we'll order it.
It's called Mini Blueprints 10, and the number is CMS 336.
So that basically has these, the cocktails, the wine, and then it has the beer.
The beer, yeah.
So it has all 3 together. Or you can get them individually like this.
I also splattered the background with black and inked the edges, and then I decided I needed it to be on black.
You got little bats on there.
I forgot. Okay, so I have the small bat stencil, but I did use the small bat stencil, but you could use the large bat stencil because I just
added them
because it's fun.
Because you couldn't help yourself,
because
right?
I could, because I love the stencils for this Halloween. Yeah, this is a great.
It is a good release.
Great background. Yeah, this one's called Batty, which I like.
It's a good name too.
Yeah, it is a good name. So, all right. So I was going to show you how we did that background.
Oh, that would be good because I was thinking when I looked at this, Teresa, you have got all different colors of ink on here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how did you do that?
So how did we do that?
If you're using it as one stamp. So she's going to be using, look at our pile here, you guys. So she's going to be using Curator.
So
you've like stamped
here
it
is
on
a
a
background
piece of paper.
I stamped, and it's a little bit fuzzy because this is what I did. I inked up 2 rows at a time, and I lined it up at the top of my paper, and I stamped it just like this. And then I did 2 more rows, and I lined it up, and I stamped it. So I've got a whole set of these that I'm going to cut out, but I wanted to show it to you guys solid because look at all these. Remember the card that I put that little ephemera on? Now, that was on craft paper, but you could do the same thing. You could do one on craft, you could do one on white, you could do it on cream, and then you would be ready. And then you could just cut them out and just stick them, when you need,
I see
it. When it's off balance
so
and you just need another piece, then you can just stick it on there.
Well, it's a great way to make your own little ephemera, and it's not just rectangles and squares. You've got the circles and ovals and diamond shape.
They're fun. All right, so what I used was the colored pencils.
Oh, that's how you did it.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking ink pad in my mind, Teresa.
So I've got my colored pencils. You know what else
She's got a few. Actually, she has all of them.
I love the colored pencils.
And these are the watercolor pencils from Tim Holtz.
And you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to use a green and red. So I'm going to show you, and then maybe I'll make a Christmas card out of this.
That's a great idea.
How about, what do I like? Fired brick, maybe? I don't know what sets these are in, because I do the...
do we have a bell or not? It's probably in that drawer. We've got a question from Mary, and we need to have somebody go help us figure this out.
We have a bell.
Now we have a bell.
Now we have
Teresa
a
got
bell.
us a bell.
What else do you do with green and red?
Maybe, what about a gray? What do you think about putting a gray
I can
with
do that.
it? Or a teal.
If I can get the tin open. There we go. I'll do a hickory smoke and see how that goes. All right. I like 3 colors.
All right.
Maybe they thought
that it wasn't real.
Okay. I'm going to do a tag. How's that? Because Christmas,
awesome.
You need tags.
You need a lot of tags at Christmas.
All right. So I've got my colors. And what you do is, well, you can spray your stamp, but I'm just going to dunk my...
okay, just 1 second, Teresa. Mary says there is a packet of Halloween. She's looking for the name. You,
on the corner of the table.
Go through the front door is a Halloween table. Go around to the right of the side of this table.
I know which one.
It has a paper pull-apart with 2 mice sitting on a pumpkin.
Yep.
All right, Chris is on it, you guys.
That's
Nobody
very specific,
No
Mary.
one else heard our bell. Chris is busy working and shipping.
It's quiet here.
Okay, so tell us.
So what I do is, that's all right. I take my colored pencil and I dunk it in my water. And you want to look in the water and you can see like what happens. Some of the pigment just comes off. So you know that the pencil is activated. And then dip your pencil in and then you're just going to rub it like that. So then you're transferring your pigment onto your paintbrush. And then you're just going to
then you just
go over your stamp.
You're just doing random squares.
Yes, I'm just doing random squares. That's what I did on the Halloween
I had no
card.
idea that's how you did this.
Yeah.
Is that how you did the drinks?
No, the drinks I stamped them and then I sprayed it with water. So you can get different watercolor looks. You know, you just have to have your water. So I stamped the images
these were
first.
Stamped with oxide inks.
Yep, and then I just took my sprayer and just dribbled some water on there.
And this one she's showing us.
I almost did it upside down, which maybe it wouldn't matter because you probably can't read it. But you know what? I don't want to do it upside down. I want these at the top.
So while you are continuing to paint that, I'm going to let Mary know that the collection that she's looking for was the Paper Rose Spooky Halloween. There's the little mice sitting on a pumpkin. I didn't even know they were on there. This came in like right before the crop, and I haven't really hardly looked at it. But it is the Spooky Halloween from Paper Rose, and we have individual papers. We have the 12 by 12. I don't know that we have any of the smaller paper packs left, but hope that helps you out, Mary.
She forgot to buy something, huh?
Well, Chris knew exactly what it was.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm coloring, and you know, you could put your stamps on your Misty and do this, but I'm just gonna go rogue and just leave it right on the packaging.
And there's a question about watercolor paper. Are you going to use? You're not using watercolor paper.
You could use watercolor paper. That's what I used.
Is that what you used here?
Yep, I used watercolor on both of those. But I'm going to use a tag, and Tim's tags are heavier paper. All right, so I've got my gray on there. I'm going to use my green now and fill it out.
Okay, so you are using hickory smoke, fired brick, and what's your green?
Forest moss.
Forest moss.
Oh, what? Forest moss?
That's something a little different.
I know. I thought it might be a little darker.
So this is just a different technique, and
It's just kind of relaxing.
we like to show
and
you.
fun.
We like to show you new techniques in the mornings.
Yeah, I think I've done this before. Maybe, I don't know. So you just want it so that it's big enough for your image, you know. Color all your squares. Let's see.
I just can't imagine what this is going to look like.
Oh, I need to do some down here too, I guess.
The tag's a little longer than you thought.
Yeah, that's all right. I don't want to take too much time though. How are we doing? We're doing okay. I'll speed it up here.
Yeah, speed it up, Teresa. Well, while you're coloring,
It's not as relaxing if we have to speed it up.
No.
But,
well, while you're coloring, I'll just remind everybody tomorrow is our 23rd year anniversary. We do have Camp Memory Bound little tablets we're giving out to people in lieu of our anniversary and from our Camp Memory Bound crop that we had. And then we also, we've got some birthday ephemera, I think, that we've got in the back.
Ooh, fun.
And we've asking people if you have a story about Memory Bound or how you found us, if you want to put that in the previous post. We posted, I don't know if it was early this morning or late last night. There's a post here on Facebook that you can put your comments, or you can send us an email, and we're going to share those tomorrow. Teresa, we got to look at the schedule, and
Okay.
hopefully we don't have anything scheduled.
And you know what tomorrow is October 1st.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do the stamp
You're
first,
dripping
and
over
then
here too, but
okay. Oh, I'm making a mess. I was trying not
it's
to.
making a little bit of a mess. But
Okay.
that's okay.
So it just depends on how long it takes you to use all your colors. But if you feel like one of them is getting dry, then you can just take your sprayer and just mist. Did you see it, or did you miss it?
I was back too far. So she just gives it a mist.
Just if you feel like it's not. You could also mist your paper. And then I'm just going to turn it over and stamp. Let's see.
Oh, this is risky.
The little tag. And you know what? When I stamped this, it was not straight, and it drove me crazy for a second. And then I just said, you know what? You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit, Tim. And
Are you sure it's crooked?
yes, I tried to straighten it when I cut it, but
Ooh, look at that.
look, I should have gone a little farther. But that's okay.
But that's all right. You could cut that off if you want.
Yeah. And you can, you know, if you like
So that was fired brick, forest moss, and hickory smoke were the colors for that.
I was going to dry it. Sometimes you get big blobs, and you
I
can
like
always
it,
dab it
Teresa.
if you don't like it. I'm just going to dry it a little bit so that I can,
So we don't mess it up.
yeah.
Well, that was
Not that you
Donna's
can mess
question.
it up.
She asked about the surface staying wet. And
Yeah.
so there's your answer. If it dries a little bit, give it a mist.
Ooh, I can't wait until the Christmas stamps come, because I'm going to make a tag out of this. And look, you don't throw a fit, because, like, see here, I got green and red on one, because the watercolor kind of
fit.
the watercolor kind of spreads a little bit, and so, and you can't necessarily read it, but it looks pretty cool on that card. I think. I think it looks pretty cool
always
on
fun
there.
to see what you do with it.
Yeah, isn't that fun? I know what I was going to do.
And that stamp set she used is the Curator. So if
Yeah.
you like doing a background like that, and it is quite a bit bigger, so you could do an A2 or a slimline card front, or even an A7 would easily fit. This would easily fit, and I think it'd be kind of neat for a graduation card if you did the same thing, but you put like 25 on it and Happy Graduation with the school colors. I think that would be kind of neat. Probably not this one for graduation for high
Probably
school.
not.
but you could use Curator.
Yeah, yeah, and you could probably mist it again. And
Oh, you think you could stamp it again?
Let's see.
Do you have something else?
I have a piece of watercolor paper here.
Well, Shannon says she loves this technique. Here we go. So all Teresa did was add some more misting to it.
Well, I was concerned about the up and down, and then I didn't look at the left and right.
Oh.
At home, I went all the way. I made it farther so that I didn't miss.
So it stamped
and I
over it.
also trimmed it down. See, I did trim
Right.
it trying to make it straight, but yeah, second generation. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
I missed over here. that must have got all the ink off because it's up. But you know what? It doesn't really matter because it's just a background.
If you're gonna cut it.
You know, sometimes on Instagram, I saw someone using the collage medium because I bought some of the Christmas collage medium and I'm going to do something with it. And they put it on a tag, and by the end of the video, you couldn't even see the collage medium. And so Tim had said something about that too. He's like, you know, when you make a background like this, you probably cover at least half of it.
Oh, true.
So don't worry about it. If it, you know, doesn't look like the way you thought you wanted. But the collage medium, I was really like, okay, you got to let some of the collage medium paper show. Oh, now I got 2 cards to make. There you go. I like the gray with that, Kelly.
Really
that was a good pick.
Well, I copied Doodlebug because a lot of times they throw
They'll put
gray
in there
with their colors.
Yeah. So the Curator is a good basic stamp to have also. If you like little pieces just shoved in there, which I think is super handy. And I'll probably just trim these apart, maybe into rows, and then just save them because I know I'll
then
ink
you've
them.
got them.
Yeah, and then I can just cut one off and use it because it doesn't really matter what it says.
Right.
And I did it on watercolor paper, so I could watercolor them different colors. Yeah.
So did you stamp them with archival ink then?
I did.
Okay.
Yes, this was with archival ink. And you can see they're really blurry down here. I don't know what happened.
I can't see that.
But you could take them, you know, I'm just going to show you. I'm being silly because the one that I used for the other card, you know, I just took off one and stamped it. And then you can just fit it back together again, and you've got your background. So you don't need to be afraid of, I think I used this one. That's the one I used. Look, I think I put it in upside down. It said Paris on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, ooh, I want to say Paris on there. And so I think that one was upside down.
So this is the one she's talking about
upside
where
down.
she just stamped it on a piece of craft and then stuck it in there for a piece of ephemera.
Yeah. And then
just adds a little something.
I'm just going to clean it off. Yeah. Sometimes to balance out your sentiments or your other ephemera, you just need a little square of something, and it's nice to have.
This is pretty cool, Teresa.
If you don't want to buy a thing of it, because he sells like ephemera like this, but you can make your own, whatever color you want.
Then
you know,
can
that's
get the
the other
color.
thing. You
Right.
can get the color that you want instead of having to use his brown, probably.
That turned out really cool, Teresa.
Yeah, I like it. So,
all right. Well, we just had a really nice display of Halloween cards and projects from Teresa.
Remember I was saying about the first.
Yep, and she also wants to tell us about October.
One more thing.
So before we go, tomorrow's October 1st. It's Memory Bound's 23rd anniversary, but it also starts off the
October daily. And you guys remember I showed this. It's on the blog. So if you want, you can just search Teresa and then scroll through. I don't know.
It'll probably be towards the top.
Towards the top, yeah. And there's pictures of all the tags. I used the...
You didn't really use a lot of product.
No, I used a couple pieces from the cider and donut. Or is it donuts and cider? I say it backwards. Donuts and cider. Or cider and donut.
I wish you wouldn't have asked me because
sorry,
I can't think about it. Cider and donuts.
Cider and donuts. I used the tag pieces and the journaling piece, the 12 by 12, and then from the Simple Stories. Scary Stories. I couldn't think of the second word. Scary Stories. I used the tags in that. I did use a 6x8 paper pad from Scary Stories, the tags, and the journaling cut aparts to make all my tags. And so I'm going to document every day of October, October daily.
So something each day you put in here, like a photo or a memory or...
Yep. And we had a list, too, of ideas, and people added ideas, and Janet put the picture of the photo ideas on there. Okay. But if you don't take a photo, you can just journal how you're feeling that day, which is great to look back and go,
what
oh
you
my
did,
gosh.
Or
yes,
if
it
there's
doesn't have
weather.
to be. Yep. So
I think the trees are starting to turn colors here, Teresa.
Yep.
I think a picture of our tree in our backyard would be a good one.
Yep. Oh, you could take a picture the first day and the last day of October.
Oh my gosh, you could.
Ooh, I want to do that.
And how it changes?
Yeah.
That's a great.
If you have a good
See,
color
you never
tree,
know what idea is going to come up.
Maybe the leaves would be gone by the last day of
They
October.
might be,
I don't
depending
know.
on the weather.
Now, some people might not have that, the Arizona folks, but you can find something to take a picture of. But, yeah, so don't forget.
And Teresa's going to be checking in with us.
Yep, I'll show you what I've done, pictures I've taken. I know some of you are doing it, but I think it's going to be fun. I've never done this before.
Well, Carla said she made one of the boxes, and she can't wait to start.
Oh, yay.
So, and Teresa will check back in and show us what she's done.
Yep.
And even if you don't have your tags and things made, it's October 1st tomorrow. You still get your memory or
and you don't have to do
wanna...
it in a tag book. There's lots of, you could do it in a regular album if you want, or it'd be fun.
I think it will. We have not done in October. We've done November, gratitude albums. Gratitude things.
Yep. And of course, December ones. And so,
Teresa, everybody loves what they saw today.
Good. And this technique you can use on different stamps too. It doesn't have to be, just the stamp. There's lots of good backgrounds that you can use with.
Maybe even the numbers.
Depending. Oh, yeah. Well, I was thinking
tiny text. People have done it with the tiny text.
You know what I wanted to try? I wanted to try it with the spider web. Because I think that would be cool because it would be all fuzzy.
Yes.
I'm going to have to do that.
Well, you will. You will.
I know.
Well, Teresa, thank you so much for coming in this morning and having all these great cards, showing us a technique and getting us ramped up for October 1st, which is tomorrow.
Get your Halloween stuff.
Get it ready.
Halloween stuff.
Get it ready. And tomorrow we'll be back, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a crafty day, and we'll see you tomorrow here at Memory Bound at 9:30 a.m.